Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Anne, the home bartender. First time I had today's cocktail was at a restaurant in Palm Springs called The Workshop. I highly recommend that if you're ever in Palm Springs, you get a reservation to that place. Great food, wonderful cocktails, really love it. So when I had this cocktail, I really thought that it was fantastic. When I got home, I got to work making it. I think that I have actually cracked it, so I'm going to try it for you now. God, I love this cocktail. It's boozy with caramel and molasses notes. It's got allspice in it as well, but that's really light in the background. You can expect this cocktail to be really well balanced. It's a tiny bit tart, but more light and refreshing than really a powerful tart bite. I chose it today because of the Allspice Dram, which is kind of really nice in the winter months. I tend to go for that more in the winter months than in the summer. But I will say this is really great on a hot summer day. So I'm gonna make what I think is the closest to the recipe at the workshop. Today I'm making the Ancient Mariner, so let's go over the ingredients coming up next. All right, let's get right into it. 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. Next, we'll have a 1/2 ounce of white grapefruit juice. I can't get white grapefruits, that's a red grapefruit, so I always put 2 dashes of grapefruit bitters in anything that needs white grapefruit juice. 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. I do like this cocktail better with Demerara Simple. You could also sub cinnamon syrup if you wanted to. That does go nice. Spice goes really nice with our next ingredient. So 1/2 ounce of simple or Demerara syrup, 1/4 ounce of Allspice Dram. Be very careful with this. It can easily overwhelm a cocktail. You probably already know that, but it is made with cloves, cinnamon, and pepper. Those are all very hot spices. So a little goes a long way, but it is a great holiday flavor. 1 ounce of aged Demerara Rum. I'm saying this is probably my favorite behind Dr. Bird right now. You can use Hamilton's Demerara River if you like, but I do like this ED12 better. I think it suits the cocktail really nicely. Lastly, I have 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum, but I am subbing Smith & Cross today. Hello to all those Smith & Cross lovers. If you want to use Appleton 12, the rare, you can do that. I don't think Smith & Cross is as rich, of course, as Appleton Rare, but I like the flavor better in this cocktail, so 1 ounce. All right, let's get some ice and shake this up. Take that off, move it out of the way for a second, get my glass in here. I'll put a little bit of ice in the bottom of this glass, and then I'm gonna strain it in there. Let's get the rest of our ice in there. Let's do a little bit of mint. Wake it up a little bit, get it into the glass with a little Surfside sips. And then I'm gonna put a little lime wedge on the edge. I kind of like to do that because if somebody wants to squeeze that over the top, they can do that. But this is an Ancient Mariner. By the way, this cocktail was created in, I think, 1994 by Beach Bum Berry. It's in his grog log book, and it's also on the Totally Tiki app, and that's where I found it. That's where I found the ingredients list. But I did make some subs today, as you saw, and I tried to make it as close to the restaurant's cocktail as possible. If you've made it, maybe tell me what kind of rums that you prefer in it. I'd love to try that. Tag me on Instagram if you make this and let me know what you think of it. That's it for me today. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next week for another tiki-fied cocktail. Have a great week. Cheers and be well.